Now we can start with our main section. I think it's a good idea to take a look at the Figma design so that we can visualize what we are going to do with this main section. So I'm going to open up Figma design here. So here, as you can see, this is the main section of our website, and it has a top navbar, or you can say header, with a bunch of buttons and logo, and here we have button and text, and on the right side we have an image. So this is how our website is going to look like on desktop, and on mobile it will look something like this. Okay, as you can see, we will remove all of the navbar buttons and put it as a sidebar. Basically, when this button is pressed, it should open up the sidebar with our text buttons here, or navbar buttons. All right. Another thing, if you notice it, we have a bunch of colors that are consistent, or basically we have brand colors. We are going to define all of these colors in a separate class as well, so that we can use them whenever we need them. We don't have to type them out every time we need it. Okay. So basically, let's start with that color custom color class. So I'm going to come to this constants folder, and inside here I'll create a new file, and the name of the file is colors.dart, and here I will define all of the colors as a custom class. I already defined it here. I'll copy paste it so that we can actually speed it up. So as you can see, we have custom color class with the number of colors as static const values. Whenever we need them, we can actually access this custom color class. So I'm going to save it, and I'll come to this home page file again. And first of all, let's actually define our scaffold background color. So for that, I'll use that background color property, and I can get my custom color class. And as you can see, all of our colors are accessible. I'm going to use this scaffold BG color. Okay, if I save it, you can see our scaffold background color changed to this color. All right, so now we can move down here, and we can start coding our header or top navbar widget. So first of all, let's actually define our child property, and it's going to be row. If you remember, we have a bunch of text buttons and logo that are positioned in a row. So we're going to use this row widget for that. So the first one is logo, and it will be text. You can actually use image or anything you want here for your website's logo. I'm going to use just simple text with my short name. And the rest of them will be a text buttons. Text button. So for now, we can say just like this, empty method. And here for this text, and the text for it, let's say, I don't know, button for now. All right, not that, button, something like this. So if I save it, now as you can see, we have a logo and button. Let's actually position them in a correct way. So first of all, I want to use a spacer here, so that we can separate our logo and text and navbar text buttons. So I'll create a bunch of buttons. That's why I'm going to use for loop here, and let's make it I equal to 0, and I is less than, let's say, 5, and I plus plus. All right, if I save it, now we should have a bunch of text buttons and a logo. You can see it's kind of getting cleaner a little bit. And then we can actually give this a little bit of decoration so that we can position it up here, and also give that some border radius and gradient background color. All right, let's start with that. So here I'm going to use decoration property of container, and for that I'll use box decoration. And first of all, for the box decoration, we are going to use linear gradient property, and that will be linear gradient. All right, just like that. Linear gradient takes colors, and the first color will be colors dot transparent. Okay, so the next one will be our custom color, and custom color BG light 1. So if I save it, as you can see here, this is a little bit kind of bigger. The height is quite big, so we are going to change the height as well. So for now, because it's defined as 500. And then the next one for this, we will use border radius. Okay, border radius. For border radius, we are going to use border radius circular, and it will be 100. So we're going to make it as rounded as possible. And we save it, and actually let's change the height as well. It's going to be 60. You can see it's actually coming together now. We have our header up there with the proper height. Let's actually give this some margin as well. For margin, let's use edge insets. Let's use symmetric. For the vertical, it can be 10, and for horizontal, we can give probably 20. I think 20 should be good. And let's save it. Okay, now it's coming together now. You can see here we have a little bit of lighter color on the right side, and we have no color on the left side. Now let's give our navbar buttons a little bit more space between them. So for that, we can come down here. We can actually wrap our text button with a padding. I'm going to use padding, and for it, I think I can give only padding of right. So it should be probably 20. I think 20 should be good. If I save it, now our buttons are separated a little bit with more space. Now let's style our logo and this navbar buttons as well with their proper text content. So for that, I'm going to come to this constants folder, and inside here I'll create a new file with the name of nav items. Okay, and I'll say dart, and here I'll define all the texts of each button. Okay, so I'm going to copy paste the one I already created here. You can see this is nav titles list, and it has all the texts for our buttons. I will save it, and I come to this homepage.dart file again, and here I come down, and instead of this 5, I'm going to use that nav titles list, and I'll use the length of it. Okay, basically it will be it will create that number of text buttons as these nav titles, and I will use it here, and for it I will use I. If I save it, now we should have our buttons with their corresponding text. So you can see here. And now let's actually change the colors of each button, because we don't want this blue color, we want white. And we'll come here, we actually set some style to our text. Okay, and style, and it will be text style. And we are going to change the font size first, and the font size will be 16, and we will give some font weight as well. For the font weight, we can use font weight, I think 500 should be good. And for the last one, it will be color. So we are going to use our custom color, and it will be white primary. Okay, and if I save it, okay, now everything is actually coming together except this logo, right? So let's actually style this logo as well. Let's give this style, some text style, and style property. We set text style, and first of all, let's give this font size. For the font size, we're going to use 22. I think 22 should be good. And the next one will be font weight. We want this to be as bold as possible, so we can use just bold. And the next one, we will use decoration, because I want to put some underline under this logo text. So we can use text decoration, and for it I can use underline. And the last one will be color. For the color, I will use custom color again, and I will use secondary yellow, or yellow secondary. All right, something like this. So now if I save it, now our logo and all of the buttons are styled properly.